TeamProjectPan 2019. Hello and welcome back. We're at my quarterly update now. So we're heading into April and we've done January, February and March. So my eyeshadow of choice for March was my ColourPop Super Shock range, backed up by any of my single individual pressed shadows that I had. And I got some really great use out of them. However, most of the ColourPops were new, so there's not a lot of visual progress, but I have had a really good time playing with the colors. I found with a lot of the darker colors, I just ended up using them as eyeliner, which worked really well. And yeah, because I bought quite a few jewel tones. My palette for April is again ColourPop. It's All I See Is Magic, which was the Holiday 2017 palette. I really enjoy this palette. However, I'm challenging myself because it's actually quite warm. There's quite a few warm tones in here. And I'm on a bit of a cool tone eyeshadow kick at the moment. It's a good winterish, autumny palette. There's enough in here to keep me interested. And while I have used it a fair bit, I haven't hit pan on any of them, and I don't have any massive dips in any of the colors other than this one here that I use for my inner corner highlight quite frequently. I'm not sure if that is Now and Zen or Treat Yourself. But yeah, it's a really pretty color. You'll have to excuse the lighting today. We're having a bit of stormy weather, and this is actually the second time I filmed this. I did film yesterday, but it was so dark, there was no way that we could use it. So I'm filming it all again. But the light will keep changing just because it's a storm. So we get black clouds, patches of blue even. So things I have finished. So I've actually finished up quite a few things. My last update, I had quite a few things that were almost done, and with the exception of one surprising product, I finished everything. So that's really good. So here's what I finished. To start with my finished product, this is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Dream that I was expecting to finish, and I did. I'm quite sad, but it's quite old. It needed to be used. And that's what my project pan is about, is using things before they go off. Not just because I like them, but I really want to use up those products before they go off. Face products that I've used up. To start with, we have the Olay Regenerist Miracle Boost Youth Pre-Essence. I have completely finished it up, and I've gotten every single drop out that I can. I don't have a replacement for this. I'm going to just use up the serums that I have. I'm going to try a few out, so I'm not adding another serum in, but this one is most definitely done. We went from here to here to here to done. Followed up with the Olay Regenerist Revitalizing Cream Cleanser. Now you may remember me being a little bit sad sack about the fact that this has scrubby particles in it. Yeah, I'm still sad about it. I had thought maybe I would repurchase because I really like the formula apart from the bits. However, in its last use, I got one of those bits in my eye and it hurt. Even if they're not environmentally unfriendly, bitsy scrubbers are just not my thing. Base products that I've used up. Ta-da! I finally finished up that Maybelline Age Rewind. I used up all that I could get out of the airless pump, and it's completely done. Now, I haven't finished this Bourjois Healthy Mix BB cream, but you know what? I just couldn't make it work. I did enjoy using it, I just didn't want to reach for it. The formula isn't great for this time of year. So I'm getting rid of it. If I don't give it to my daughter, then I'll probably throw it out. It's just not a great product for my skin. But yeah, I'm hoping that at least my teen will get some use out of it. L'Oreal Infallible Fixing Mist is doneski. I used up as much as I dared to, and it was really becoming just white and splotchy, so it's all done. And we have moved on to the third bottle. Something that I'm just rotating out is my ColourPop Here Kitty Kitty. We don't quite have a proper pan in it, as you can see, but there's a significant dip in there. I found with my skin tone and the foundations that I'm using at the moment, it just wasn't blending and it wasn't showing up the way that I like to use a highlighter. So I'm gonna let it go for a little while, and I'm actually putting into my project pan 2 highlighters to replace it. Okay, things I'm making good progress on. Do you remember my little toner problem? The one that I knew I had to use, but I really didn't want to use it. I'm using it. I'm doing really well. We've got some more gaps in the lines. I'm quite pleased because I'm using it much faster than I thought I was going to. So I will get it done this year, which is great. I have figured out a few more ways to use it, and I just have to still really be careful to not put it anywhere near my eyes. Andalou Naturals is a great brand, but for whatever reason, this Clementine Plus C Illuminating Toner just stings my eyes and all of my eye area. I know it's the vitamin C. So I have been using it, just not anywhere near my eyes. Models prefer Energy Lift Primer. It's starting to feel really light and doesn't always like to stand up. So I'm not sure how much is left to go in here, but I don't think it's much. Once this is done, I will not be repurchasing, not because I don't love it, but because I have so much other Rimmel primer to get through. And I figured out how to get the effect that I need as long as I'm using certain primers. So although this was my holy grail, and if I ever had a day that I just needed my skin to look good, I use this one. I can use different foundations and different primer combinations to still make sure I'm having a good skin day. Rimmel Fix and Protect. We are now down to here on it, although we're at the widest part now, so progress is going to slow right down. I have another one of these that I discovered when I was moving house. And I also have a different Rimmel primer as well. So I really need to get through all 3 of these, and then I can go back and purchase the Models Prefer one that I really like. It is a great primer. It just doesn't give me the same skin smoothing that I get from other primers, which is what I need. I really do like a smoothing effect here and also up under my eyes to make sure that I don't end up with too much crepiness or lines. I do smile a lot, so I've got quite a bit of crepiness going on here because when I smile, genuinely, my whole face smiles. So yeah, I do get quite a few, and I'm getting wrinkles and that's okay. But yeah, it's a good primer, it just doesn't do what I need it to do. My foundations, I'm really getting through. This one especially, the Infallible Pro Glow, has been discontinued. So I'm more than happy just to quickly finish this up now because I can't use it and recommend it, and I can't repurchase it. So, you know, I am going to be showing you another foundation that I'm bringing in today because I don't know if these are going to last until my next update. So I'll introduce that today as well. But as you can see, it's here-ish. I think it's actually more like down here where the actual base of the product is. And for the Bourjois Healthy Mix, this is still a little too yellowy for me, so I'm mixing it with a lighter Australis foundation. We're halfway down on this one. It's a little bit slower going because I do have to mix it so much, being the wrong tone for me. My beige tan did not last. I started using a retinol, and between the niacinamide, the retinol, and the vitamin C serum, my tan! Nope. So my skin is back to its usual pale self now. So I definitely finished up that Maybelline Age Rewind a while ago, and as expected, I introduced this Wet n Wild. It's the Photofocus concealer, and I really do enjoy this one. We're down to here on it, although I'm not convinced the whole thing was full when I purchased it, but we're down to here. So I think that we'll probably get another good inch down before we can't get the rest of the product out. I am really enjoying it, but I'm not going to repurchase because I think I can probably do better. It's a great concealer. It's just not, I'm still on the search for my holy grail concealer. I'm sure I'll get there one day. I'm making great progress with this Australis contour. So the color Havana, that pan is doing really well. So we're getting there easily with this one. And also something I'm doing really well with building the pan on is my Australis Fresh and Flawless pressed powder. Now last time I spoke about this, there was a bit of a pan going on and I was like, goodness me, how have I hit pan already? Well, the pan has grown and has come out into another line. So we are going to get through this pretty quick, but I have plenty more powder to use, so I'm not too worried. So yeah, doing really well with my pressed powder as well. My Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner in East End Snob is almost done. There is less than a centimetre to go. It's probably about 2 to 3 millimetres. So I will be introducing next video another lip liner. If this finishes, I've still got my red blush one to use. Plus I've got a lot of lip liners, like a lot. So I'll just play around once this one's finished and decide which one I'm going to use up next. I would repurchase, but I don't need to. I've got very similar colours. At one stage I owned all of the Rimmel Exaggerate lip liners, so you know, I've got plenty to use up. My MAC paint pot is going really well. I'm almost to the bottom on one side at the top here, almost to the bottom, but not quite. I'm definitely going to get this finished. The Clinique High Impact Mascara Mini that I got in my Bella Box Date Night box, still going strong. We have come to an arrangement and figured out how to get along with that really large wand, the brush size. Yeah, really good mascara, and I might even repurchase or see where I could find more travel size of these because I really like it. I do have another travel size mascara to use up first though. Okay, products I'm introducing to my project pan. Let's start with fragrance. This is the Marc Jacobs Decadence fragrance. As usual with Marc Jacobs, there are several variations, and I probably couldn't tell you exactly which one this is. I'd have to look it up, but I really love this perfume. It is quite strong, so I can't use it for every day. I really do enjoy this fragrance. It doesn't go sour on my skin and it lasts. It's a benefit of it being so strong. However, I'm still attached to this fragrance. I seem to get attached to fragrances, and I'm sad to see it go. You can't repurchase this particular one at the moment, and I still have more perfume to get through. That being said, it is going to take me a while to get it finished off. So we're halfway through. The line is currently in between the Marc Jacobs and the Decadence. Skincare wise, I'm introducing this Nivea moisturizing fluid. It irritates my face and it makes it go red. Doesn't sit so well underneath makeup, which is really odd because it's such a light cream. However, I'm introducing this as more of a body product because it works really well on my neck and my chest, and if I'm wearing you know, some of my shoulders exposed, you know, I'll use it over my entire upper half of my body. Yeah, it doesn't exacerbate any of the redness that I get on my neck from my allergies. It just doesn't seem to suit my face. So yeah, I thought we'd get some use out of it and pop this in as my first body product for this project pan. Okay, that concealer, the lighter one, is this old baby. Now other people have found that theirs dry out or goes off really quickly. This one hasn't. I've had it forever. And it's a bit lighter than the Wet n Wild in tone especially. So I'm going to try and get this one finished up because it's still a bit ancient and it really does need to go. So it's not that I don't like it, it's just old. So we need to get it used up. The foundation that I'm introducing is this Loreal 24-Hour Infallible Matte. I love this foundation, I'm wearing it now, and it's a good skin tone match. This is the only foundation I trust to last all day and into the evening. I really like it, and I will repurchase once this one has been used up. For some reason on this tube, I actually can't tell how much I've used, but I think we're about halfway-ish, maybe. Yeah, no, even if you hold it up to the light, you can't see through it, so we don't actually know. And there's no settle lines either, like there are on other tube ones. There's no settle lines, so I really can't tell how much I've still got to go. But yeah, I'll just buy another one next time there's another big Priceline sale as it starts to get a bit more empty. Introducing my third and final bottle of the Infallible Fixing Mist. I'm actually not going to repurchase another one. I've decided I'm gonna try and use some less drying because it's obviously matte. We're gonna try for something a little less matte during the winter once this has been finished up. Not quite sure what I'll try yet, but I've got plenty of time to do some research. As you see, this bottle is still really full. Okay, here we go with all of my new contouring products. So let's start with the highlight. I'm using up my NARS Hot Sand in the little trio here. The blush gets plenty of use. It's one of my favorite special occasion blushes that I'm not in any hurry to use it up. However, I did notice that Hot Sand hasn't had anywhere near the use that Orgasm has. So we're gonna give it a couple of months and see if we can even them up a little. If you haven't seen my repressing a blush video, it'll be on a card, probably up here or maybe up here. I had to repress my blush and I don't want it in my project pan because I need to be able to travel with my project pan items, and once something's been repressed, it's always going to be fragile. So I'm not having it in my project pan anymore. As well as the fact that the weights I had for it are now completely inaccurate because of the repressing process. We did lose a bit of it. So instead, I'm introducing this Essence Silky Touch blush. The shade is Summer Dreaming and it's a peach with kind of a bit of a gold shift. It's kind of like a peachy, lighter Orgasm. Really good for me at this time of year. And I'm really enjoying it. I've used it a couple of times now. And yeah, it was the one that I chose to use up. I'm using it up even though I really enjoy it because it is a bit older. It's probably 3 years old, if not older. So yeah, definitely time for it to get used up and get out of my collection. This is the DD Flawless Strobing Stick in Iridescent. And it's a stick cream product. And I just want to give it a go and see if I can get some more use out of it. Because I'm not the biggest cream product user, but I thought maybe it was time to, yeah, just give it a go and make myself learn how to use it. Especially using a more matte foundation, it's going to be good just to give my skin some luminosity. Okay, almost there. 2 eye products. With the eye palette that I've chosen, the All I See Is Magic, it's quite a warm palette and it's going to need a brown eyeliner. So the brown eyeliner that I chose is actually the only brown eyeliner that I own. You know, I even went and tried to buy one and I just couldn't find one in the right color. So I decided just to use what I had already. So this is the Savvy Liquid Eyeliner. It's black brown and it's fine. However, it does have quite a scratchy nib on it, so you have to be very careful when you're using it. You can easily apply too much and it can kind of run down in between your lashes and just go all over the place. But if you get it right, it's really good and I really enjoy it. I may even attempt to use a small liner brush with it to see if that's a more comfortable and less messy eyelining experience, especially for days where I'm doing a more natural look. So we'll give that a go. Oh look, there goes the light changing again. Yay! I recently went to Beauty Melbourne, which is an industry convention for all things beauty. So not just makeup, but they had cryogenics, they had cryogenics for skin, not cryogenics like Walt Disney freezing cryogenics, because that would be greedy. Anyway, they had lots of tanning solutions. There was a massive OP stand, which was fantastic, looking at all of the colours. I walked past Dollface and they gave me a little goodie bag. And inside were these classic 3D synthetic lashes. Now these are number 33 and they really are 3D. There's quite a bit of spread and fluffiness, which is just my kind of lash. Now again, they are quite big, so as I do with pretty much all my lashes, I've cut it in half and I'm actually wearing it today. So it's not too much, but it's not invisible either. It's just that extra bit of volume on the outer corners of my eye that I love. The band is quite thick, so I want to really get some use out of them, and I think that these make a great project pan lash because I will be able to keep reusing them because of how solid the band is on them, and I'm interested to see how many times I can clean them up and keep using them before I have to throw them away. Plus, I'm going to get double the wear because I do cut them in half. Okay, and finally a lip product. So I may have lost my Too Faced Peach Oil. Pretty good at that. So I've lost it. I'm sure it'll turn up again soon. But since I don't have any sort of gloss or oil in my project pan, we're going to add in this Clarins. It's the Instant Light Lip Comfort Oil in Red Berry, and I love it. So you can see I've actually already used down to here, so I probably used a good third of it already. I'm not usually a lip oil person, but I'm a convert now, so I may even repurchase this once this is done, because it's so comfortable and easy just to pop on. I don't have to think about it too hard. Just, yeah, pop it on and go. And it's a little bit more dressy than just, say, a basic balm. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video going through my Project Pan 2019 themes. I have quite a few more videos up on my channel now. They're both style related and there's a few makeup-y things as well. So if you'd like to check those out, we'll put some cards up around for you to click on. Don't forget to leave a comment and let me know how you're going with your Project Pan, or just say hi and let me know how you found me. Give it a thumbs up if you wish to, and if you like my content and you'd like to be notified, hit the subscribe button. I hope whatever you're doing, you're having a great day, and I'll see you really soon. Bye! Actually, I think we've lost the light again. Ah! Oh well.